is for the ages. With 3 matches to go, they have done it.
Yeah, they really have. They engineered themselves and put themselves in a good position and knocked at the door constantly. Haruna really dropped something off from the first half and then into the second. And the positioning, the awareness as well in that strike really made a lot of sense because it was about a team that wanted it more. And Remo Stars shot that from the get-go. They asked a lot of questions, but you cannot take out the performance so far actually from Joshua. The goalkeeper of Tornadoes really made a lot of good saves in there. Najim Sadiq, really good defensive block in the end, and the breakthrough came in. The pop absolutely in the face of Tornadoes. And I agree with you that they will for sure go ahead and get the better of Enugu Rangers in terms of points.
Rangers International, Shooting Stars, Heartland, Kano Pillars, Rivers United, Bendel Insurance, Julius Berger, Lobby Stars, BBC Lions, Stationery Stores, Levantis United, Plateau United, Bielsa United, Ocean Boys, Udoji United, New Nigerian Bank, Raka Rovers, Mighty Jets, Aqua United, and now into that list of teams who have lifted this title. Remo Stars Football Club officially makes it count.
Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions.
Of course, it is Song of Champions for Remo Stars.
Stand up for the champions.
They have waited for years, 15 years, and they finally have won the Premier League and Nigerian Premier Football League title.
Champions, stand up.
Stand up for the champions. That was the song that was sung at the city of Ikene yesterday.
For the champions,
Remo Stars can now finally feed the Star their first major title in the club history, as they became the 21st MPFL title.
It's just who wants it.
MPFL, Remo Stars, the most talked about team in the Nigeria right now.
Have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see?
They had visions and they believed, they trusted the process, and after 15 years of waiting, they finally crowned Nigerian Premier Football League champions.
Stand up, stand up.
It was an historic moment right here in the city of Ikene, Ogun State yesterday at the Remo Star Stadium. It was a glorious moment for Coach Daniel Gumodede's sides as he defeated Niger Tornadoes 1-0 to clinch the MPFL title, even with 3 more games to spare.
Champions for the champions, stand up.
The last time a Star club won the league was in 1998 with Shooting Stars, and now another star came through, interrupting the process. Lot of United in the past, but finally the star shines again.
Self back up, and when I fall down,
The first privately owned clubs to win the MPFL title since it became professional, of course, since 20 years. Don't forget, we have 3 privately owned clubs that have won the MPFL title since it became professional in 1990. You talk about Stationery Stores, Julius Berger, Udoji United, and now we have Remo Stars joining the league of the privately owned clubs to lift the MPFL title.
stand up.
Of course, it is on this note I say good afternoon to you, sport fans, wherever you are on the face of the planet, listening to the sound of my voice right now. Welcome to the first edition of Sports Day for this beautiful week on Honor 103.5 FM Ibadan.
Stand up for the champions, for the champions.
Of course, we are back in the studio to do what we know how to do best, which is, of course, to bring you up to speed with latest updates, breaking news, and every story making the runs in the exciting world of sport.
For the champions, stand
Of course, on this edition, because Mondays are for reactions, weekend are for actions, and over the weekend, it was champion story, the story of victories, the story of success, the story of achievement in the Nigerian Premier Football League for Remo Stars, also in the English Premier League, because it is no longer news that Liverpool have also won the EPL title.
It's just life, that's how it.
Also in Spain, we saw our Barcelona won the Copa del Rey, defeating Real Madrid 3-2 in the Spanish Copa del Rey final that went down in the city of Seville on Saturday.
For the champions, stand up.
So today is all about celebration of champions, because we are celebrating the champions of NPFL, champions of English Premier League Liverpool, and of course champions of the Copa del Rey Barcelona, who are firmly on the course of winning quadruple, not just even treble. Even they are on course of winning quadruple. Don't forget, they have won the title this season before winning Spanish Copa del Rey, and they are very, very in good position of winning the Spanish La Liga. They are still in the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League, so maybe Barcelona can begin to dream of a quadruple this season.
Pick myself back up, and when I fall down.
Of course, aside from world of football, we also have stories from the world of boxing. The big bout between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois is set for July 16 in Wembley Stadium. And it's going to be the undisputed heavyweight title fight between these two powerhouses in the world of boxing. When the time is right on the program, we also talk about that. And we also discuss news coming from the CAF Under-20 African Cup of Nations. It kick-started yesterday. Host Egypt defeated South Africa 1-0 in the tournament's opener.
Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Also in the CAF Champions League, Al Ahly parted ways with Swiss coach Marcel Koller after disappointing end to their Total Energy CAF Champions League campaign. Don't forget, Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa knocked out title holder Al Ahly out of the CAF Champions League.
Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses.
Of course, we have stories from the National Basketball Association talking about NBA, because we saw some games. 2 games went down yesterday. Of course, in the playoff, we saw 2 games. Orlando Magic losing at home to Boston Celtics. Milwaukee Bucks also lost at home to Indiana Pacers. When the time is right, we'll also talk about that on the show this afternoon. Samuel Akintunde is my name, boy. You know you can call me the CT boy, and I will be your host for today. Don't forget, you can join us on Facebook. We are live with this Honor 103.5 FM. You can drop your comments, share the program as well for others to enjoy. What do you make of the performance of Remo Stars yesterday? The history that was made in the city of Ikenne. Remo Stars, for the very first time in their history, winning the NPFL title. What a moment of joy for Remo Stars.
I have to pick myself back up, and when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up, and when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up.
All right, let's begin from home. Let's talk about the NPFL. Let's start from home. Let's celebrate NPFL. Talking about Remo Stars winning the NPFL title. But aside from the games that we saw between Remo Stars and Niger Tornadoes, where Olamilekun Adedayo's late strike actually gave the maximum point for Remo Stars, because it was a very keenly contested tie between Remo Stars and Niger Tornadoes yesterday in the city of Ikenne. But Olamilekun Adedayo scored a late goal to save the day for Daniel Gumodede's side after they have toyed for 83 minutes of that game without a goal. But it was a big moment for Olamilekun Adedayo, who scored a goal for Remo Stars to clinch the NPFL title. So aside from that, we also saw quite a number of games in the NPFL. Let me quickly take you through. Nasarawa United defeated Atlant FC 1-0. It ended at the Lafayette Township Stadium. Plateau United defeated Bendel Insurance right here at the New York City Stadium in Jos. 2 goals to 1. Kwara United emphatic win against Lobby Stars 4 goals to 0 at the Lorin Township Stadium right here in the Lorin. At the Cathedral Stadium in Enugu, Rangers International lost again at home for the 6th time this season to Enyimba in the Oriental Derby. It ended 1 goals to 2 in favor of Enyimba. Sunshine Stars, they got a maximum points, very, very valuable points at home to against Casina United, ended 2 goals to 0, while Bayelsa United won against Academy Warriors at the Samson Siasia Stadium in Yanagwa 2 goals to 1. Also, Abia Warriors, who are pushing for continental ticket, they got a very impressive win, an emphatic win against Shooting Stars. What is wrong with Shooting Stars? It is now 3 games with 3 losses. They have lost 3 games on a bounce, and they lost this time around against Abia Warriors at the Umaya Township Stadium right here in Umaya. For Aqua United at the Gosilakpabio Stadium right in Ujo, it was a very, very important win for them against the Oga Boys, Ikorodu City. And just like I said earlier, Remo Stars won their game against Niger Tornadoes to clinch the MPFL title.
Pick myself back up, and when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up. For the champions, stand up. For the champions, stand up.
After the agonizingly lost the MPFA title to Enyimba on goal difference last 2 seasons, don't forget, which was perhaps the most painful outing for Remo Stars. Last season, they also lost the league title to Enugu Rangers. Just 5-point difference separated them, but now they have won the MPFA title, even with 3 games to spare. The name of their players will definitely be written in gold, and what a fantastic moment for them. They will be presented the trophy when they welcome Ikorodu City in the match day 37, and of course they have 3 more games to go. Just like I mentioned earlier, they will play the Academy Warriors away from home in their next game, and they will welcome Ikorodu City in the match day 37 and Bayelsa United in the last game. But now, of course, with 3 more games to go, they can now relax. They can now be very, very confident that they are the champions of the land. Nothing can take away their trophy. After 15 years of waiting, their moment of glory arrived yesterday. It's a testament to hard work, passion, persistence, commitment, patience, and of course having the right structure, having the right football structure in place, and also trusting the process. I mean, we just have to congratulate every stakeholder right here in Remo Stars, from the president of that club, the owner, talking about Honorable Konle Soname, to the coaching crew led by Coach Daniel Ogumode, and every single player that were involved in that title winning season for Remo Stars. Their journey is so interesting, and a lot to learn from that. For other privately owned clubs in Nigeria, Remo Stars was founded in 2010, and of course, where the business, the football business, especially in Nigeria, is a very, very competitive and toxic one. But they have, stood the test of time, and is a huge testament and proof that diversifying our football structure with little involvement of government maybe will take us to another level, because our Remo Stars have proven that they can actually dominate and they can be a force to reckon with in the Nigerian club football. Let me quickly read out the past winners of Nigerian Premier Football League champions. In 1972, Mighty Jets won it. In 1973, Bendel Insurance. 1974, Rangers International. 1975, Rangers again. They retained their title. 1976, Shooting Stars. In 1977, it was the turn of Rangers International again. 1978, Raka Rovers won it. In 1979, Bendel Insurance again. And in 1980, Shooting Stars of Ibadan won it. In 1981, Rangers International. 1982 Rangers again. In 1983 Shooting Stars. 1984 Rangers again. And in 1985 it was the turn of New Nigerian Bank. In 1976, Mighty Jets also won it that year. Levantis United won it, and in 1987 it was Atlant FC. 1988, 1989, 1990 Atlant FC's of Owerri, and in 1991 it was the turn of Julius Berger. In 1992 it was Stationary Stores, and in 1993 it was Atlant FC again, and in 1982 it was BCC. In 1995 Shooting Stars won it again, and in 1996 it was the turn of Udoji United. In 1997 Rivers United won it, and in 1998 Shooting Stars won it, and that was the last time. That a team from the Southwest actually won the MPFA title. In 1999 Lobby Stars won it, and in 2000 of course it was the turn of Julius Bergers. In 2001 Enyimba FC, 2002 Enyimba, 2003 Enyimba, back to back it was for Enyimba, and in 2004 Rivers United won it. In 2005 Enyimba Football Club won it again. Ocean Boss won it in 2006, and in 2007 Enyimba. In 2008 Kano Pillars, 2009 Bayelsa, 2010 Enyimba again, 2011 Rivers United, 2012 it was Kano Pillars, and 2013 Kano Pillars, 2014 Kano Pillars again. In 2015 it was Enyimba. In 2016 Rangers International. 2017 it was Plateau United. No winners in 2018, and in 2019 Enyimba won it again. No winner again in 2020. In 2021 Aqua United, and in 2022 Rivers United. 2023 Enyimba. Of course, don't forget Raymond Stars came second in that season, and in 2024 Rangers International. Raymond Stars came second again, and just yesterday 2024-2025 season Raymond Stars are now the champions. Of course, like I said, today is all about celebration of champions, because the weekend, last weekend was all about champions. It was Champions Weekend, weekend of champions, weekend of triumph, weekend of success stories, victories, achievement in the world of football, most especially Nigerian Premier Football League, English Premier League, and also Spanish Copa del Rey. So we take a breather now, and when we come back, we take available jet to Anfield Stadium to celebrate the new champions of the land. Talking about the English Premier League, Liverpool have been crowned the champions of English Premier League. We'll talk about this, more about this, when we come after this break. Stick around, don't go nowhere.
On 103.5 FM.
Imagine having the freedom to work, play, and connect without interruptions. That is what fast internet means to us. At Highword Networks, we are passionate about delivering super fast, unlimited internet that is 6 times faster than the competition. Whether you're working from home, running a business, or streaming your favorite shows, we've got you covered. A reliable internet and 24/7 customer support ensure you stay connected always. So what are you waiting for? Join the iWorld Networks family today and discover a seamless internet experience. Call Jeffrey on 081 3058 9466 or visit our website www.iwn.ng to get started. iWorld Networks, connected possibilities.
On 103.5 FM.
La, 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 la.
The only thing I can do now is send my appreciation to Jürgen. So there we go. Jürgen Klopp. La 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 la. Jürgen Klopp. La 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 la. Jürgen.
Of course, it was celebration galore right here in Anfield Stadium yesterday. Liverpool trashed Tottenham Hotspur 5-1 to clinch the EPL title again after 5 years of waiting. Don't forget, the Liverpool waited 30 years to win the Premier League title, but it was during the pandemic in 2020, so they could not celebrate with their fans. But now they have won it again, and they can finally celebrate. And it was celebration galore in Anfield Stadium yesterday. Just like you listen to the voice of their manager talking about Arne Slot, who made history becoming the first Dutch manager to lift the EPL title. And he returned the favor to their former manager Jurgen Klopp, who of course during his farewell speech he sang about Arne Slot, ushering the new dispensation, and what a smooth transition it was for Liverpool from Jurgen Klopp to Arne Slot. And that's why Arne Slot sang Jurgen Klopp la 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 yesterday, because Jurgen Klopp during his farewell message when he was leaving at the end of last season, I actually sang about Arne Slot welcoming a new era of success it was for Arne Slot, winning the first English Premier League title in his first Premier League season with Liverpool. Managers to win the Premier League title in their first season. Of course, Arne Slot has joined the league of elite. He has joined the league of legends. Talking about Carlo Ancelotti, did that in 2010 for Chelsea. Antonio Conte also did that in 2016-2017 season. Don't forget, Manuel Pellegrini also achieved that feat in 2013-2014 season with Manchester City. And Jose Mourinho, the special one, also did that. As a matter of fact, he was the first manager, to do that. Winning it in his first season, 2004 and 2005 season. So Arne Slot has joined the league of elite, of the league of the legendary managers, to win the EPL title in their first official season. Winning the EPL title in the first attempt is something that will go down as one of the big footballing record achievement to actually set as a manager. Liverpool 82 points. They are now the champions of the land. Arsenal second on the log of the English Premier League, 67 points. And Newcastle third with 62 points. Manchester City fourth with 61 points. And don't forget, Manchester City are through to the Emirates FA Cup final after defeating Nottingham Forest yesterday 2-0. It ended at the Wembley Stadium. They will now take on Crystal Palace come next month in the final of Emirates FA Cup. Manchester City have qualified for the FA Cup finals 3 times in a row, 3 seasons in a row. What a fantastic achievement in that FA Cup for Manchester City. Despite their challenges this season, despite the fact that they are having a bad season, not the kind of title defense season they would have wanted, but they are still fought on the log of the Premier League, trying to secure Champions League football next season, and they have made it to another final, English FA Cup, where they will take on Crystal Palace next month. Congratulations to Liverpool fans all around the world. It was a well-deserved victory yesterday for them. They've been very, very consistent all season, and Arne Slot has done quite a great job with Liverpool. Odbeni Odeyemi Omokuri on Facebook said, well done, good afternoon, up Chelsea. Of course, Chelsea also won their game on Saturday against Everton, and like I said, they are now 5th on the log, still pushing for Champions League football. Jalal Show Henry, I saw your message. Good afternoon. Watching you from Aroro Makinde up Inter Milan. It seems they want to bottle it. Of course, we will also talk about the title race that is eating up right there in Syria. Inter Milan lost their game to AS Roma at home, and it is 3 games without a point. 3 straight losses for Inter Milan. What is happening to Inzaghi's boys? Will this form affect them in their semi-final clash on Wednesday against Barcelona? Of course, we wait and see how that week pans out. Odbeni Odeyemi says, congratulations to both Liverpool, PSG, Remo champions team. Yes, PSG, of course, they have won the French League title. Remo Stars also have clinched the MPFA title, and Liverpool yesterday also have won the EPL title. So congratulations to the winning teams over the weekend. For Napoli, it was a very important win for them yesterday in Syria. They won by 2-0 at home, courtesy of a brace from Scott McTominay, and they go top of the table with 3 points, separating them and Inter Milan. course, before we go on the program, let's take story from the world of boxing. Like I said, boxing lovers Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk will fight to become the undisputed world heavyweight champion at Wembley Stadium on 19th of July 2025. Don't forget, Daniel Dubois is the IBF champion with Alexander Usyk holding the WBA Super and WBO and WBC belt. Usyk is undefeated in 23 fights and he has already beaten the ball 28. But of course, we have to see maybe Daniel Dubois will go in for a revenge come July 19, 2025. Don't forget, Daniel Dubois was upgraded to IBF champion as a result. Of course, when he successfully defended his belt against Anthony Joshua last September, I beg your pardon. But he was set to make a second defense against Joseph Parker in February, but illness forced him to withdraw from the bout. So he will be back to the ring come 19th of July against Alexander Usyk in an heavyweight champion, undisputed world heavyweight champion bout at the iconic Wembley Stadium right there in London. Of course, in the CAF Under-20 African Cup of Nations that kick-started yesterday, the host nation Egypt Under-20 national team defeated South Africa Under-20 national team by 1-0. And of course, Zambia Under-20 team shared the spoil with Sierra Leone. It ended goalless yesterday. Nigeria Under-20 team will kickstart their campaign on Thursday, and of course it's going to be an interesting game right here in Egypt. We wish our boys all the best as they represent Nigeria in the Under-20 African Cup of Nations. Mamelodi Sundowns are through to the CAF Champions League final. They will take on Pyramids from Egypt. They knocked out Al Ahly, the title holder, on Friday. It ended 1-1 in Egypt. In Egypt. Don't forget the first leg ended goalless in Pretoria, South Africa. So Mamelodi Sundowns qualify on away goal rule. And as a result, Al Ahly have parted way with their manager. Quite unfortunate. But let's see what happened in the final of the CAF Champions League between Mamelodi Sundowns and Pyramid later next month. This is how far we can go on the program. Thank you for being part of the show. Until I come your way tomorrow, I enjoy the rest of your day. Samuel Akintunde is my name. Thank you for listening and bye for now.
On 103.5 FM.
Said in my journey through the world, over land and over sea, I see different cultures and different people's ways.
Yes, beautiful people, my name is Beautiful Nubia, urging you to keep listening to this honorable station, Honor 103.5 Ibadan. I am locked on honor all day, every day, and so should